All right, so now let's go ahead and look at solve the quadratic equation by factoring. So we have negative 1/8 x squared plus 2x equals 0. We have to look at this equation to factor to see what can we pull out. What is the greatest common factor that these two terms have in common, right? So negative 1/8 squared, x squared plus 2x. What do they have in common? So they both have x. So I can pull x out, and then we would say, what do we multiply by x to get negative 1/8 x squared? We would multiply negative 1/8 x. What do we multiply by x to get 2x? We multiply 2. And now we have factored. So let's write step 1, factor. All right, step 2, we are going to apply the zero product property. All right. The zero product property states that if A times B equals 0, then either A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0, because anything times 0 is going to be 0. So now we have we factored. Now we're going to apply the zero product property. So that means I am going to set both of my terms equal to 0. So x is one term, so we're going to say x equals 0. And then negative 1/8 x plus 2 is going to also be equal to 0. And so then step number 3 is going to be solve both of them. Now, x being equal to 0 is already solved, so we don't need to do anything else with that one, but we do need to solve negative 1/8 x plus 2 equals 0. So we're going to subtract 2 on both sides because we're trying to get x by itself. That leaves us with negative 1/8 x equal 0 minus 2 is negative 2. All right, and then we're going to get x by itself, and we have to multiply by the reciprocal. So we're going to multiply both sides by negative 8 over 1. Okay, and that cancels out or divides out. And then we have negative 2 times negative 8 over 1, which gives us a positive 16. All right, so our solutions to this quadratic equation is going to be x is equal to 0 and or x is equal to 16.